What if you could actually build a content empire from, total scratch? Today, we're not talking theory. We are breaking down the real, documented blueprint from a creator who went from zero to, well, you'll see. This actually happened. So let's just start with the number, the one that makes everybody stop what they're doing. $50,000. But honestly, the number itself isn't even the craziest part. No, see, it's that this isn't some one-time viral jackpot. We're talking 50 grand rolling in every single month. And the wildest part? This entire thing was built from the ground up in just a year and a half. 18 months, that's it. I mean, just look at this climb. At month 0, the starting line was absolute nothing. No followers, no income, not a dime. Fast forward just 18 months, and the entire picture has changed. We're talking over 500,000 followers and an income that is, frankly, life-changing. So the big question is, how on earth does that happen, right? That's what we're going to unpack. Let's dive into the 18-month blueprint that turned the daily grind into a full-blown empire. The whole journey really breaks down into 4 clear phases. First, you've got the foundation phase, right? That's all about just getting your presence established and getting monetized. Then comes acceleration, where you're hunting for those first viral hits. After that, it's all about scaling, building out systems, launching products. And finally, you hit mastery, where the whole thing is humming like a perfectly oiled machine. But what was the one single idea that powered this creator through all 4 of those phases? It was this, right here. The relentless, almost obsessive focus on just showing up, day in and day out. See, the algorithm doesn't care about your one perfect video. It rewards the person who consistently delivers value. Okay, but let's be real. Being consistent with 5 to 7 videos a week, that sounds like a fast track to complete burnout. So, what was the secret weapon here? This is where things get really, really interesting. Let's talk about the AI content engine. This is the question that trips up almost every creator. How can one person possibly handle all the research, the writing, the recording, the editing, and the posting for that much content without a huge team or, working 100-hour weeks? The answer is leverage, specifically AI leverage. And the time savings are just insane when you actually quantify it. Think about it. Using ChatGPT for scripting, that saved over 10 hours a week. A tool like Opus Clip for chopping up and repurposing content, another 10 hours saved. And then things like Pictory for actually creating the videos, that's another 12 plus hours. You add that up and it's over 30 hours of work just automated every single week. This isn't just an assistant, it's a total game changer. And this wasn't just a static set of tools either. The investment in AI actually grew right alongside the revenue. It started out with a super lean $55 a month starter stack. But by month 18, that had evolved into this sophisticated $600 a month mastery stack that was automating over 70% of the entire workflow. That's what fuels that explosive growth. So we've got a system for pumping out tons of content. Awesome. But how does all that content actually turn into cash? Let's switch gears and look at the money map to see how this income was built piece by piece. The key takeaway here is one word: diversification. The income wasn't just hanging by a single thread. It was an entire ecosystem of 8 different streams. You had your platform stuff like AdSense and sponsorships, but then you also had revenue coming directly from the audience, things like digital products, a membership community, and even high-ticket courses. And eventually, that authority led to things like coaching and paid speaking gigs. Now, this chart, which shows a snapshot of that final month, it tells a really important story. Yeah, YouTube AdSense is a big slice at 25%, but look closer. The largest chunks aren't even from the platform itself. They're from the membership community and sponsorships. That shows a really smart strategic shift away from being dependent on the platform and toward building a direct, reliable relationship with your audience. And the income growth, it wasn't this slow, steady line. It was an explosion. Just look at this jump from $3,000 a month at the 6-month mark to $25,000 just 6 months later, and then doubling again to $50,000. That right there is the power of getting that content engine and that money map working together perfectly. Okay, so you've seen the blueprint, you've seen the tools, you've seen the money strategy. I know, it can feel like a lot. So let's just boil it all down and talk about your first steps, how you can start your own climb. Let's forget everything else for a second and just focus on 3 things. That's it. First, pick a high-value niche, something like tech, AI, or finance, where there's money and an engaged audience. Second, get your starter AI stack. You can get going for about $35 a month. And third, and this is the most important one, just start making stuff. Your only goal should be to get your first 10 videos out the door. Use simple, proven formats. Don't overthink it. Just start. So here we are. The strategy isn't some big secret anymore. The tools are cheaper and easier to use than ever before. The path is literally laid out for you. The blueprint exists. So the only real question left is, are you ready to build?